Um, Last year in Berlin, I used the words food revolution because this is what we really feel is happening around us with people re-questioning the way they eat and they drink, finding alternative ways, their own ways, gaining control again on their food. And I think as a company, as an industry, we have a choice of either resisting this revolution or embracing it and serving it. At Danone, we've made the choice, and which I announced, that we would serve it. A few ways we've been making progress in this is that we've now made a firm commitment to become a B Corp, a company that serves both a social and an economic purpose. We made that part of our 2030 goals now, and already 30% of our sales are covered by a B Corp certification, which I think is very important because it tells the world around us who the people are behind the brands and what our intention is really. Another important step is that we've now set the framework of our 10 years goals, 2030, aligned with the SDGs. And the most important aspect, I think, in terms of the revolution is that we've decided that we're now going to use the next 12 months in making sure these goals are fully voted on by each and every individual employee at Danone. So the 100,000 of us around the world will raise their voice to say whether that goal is more important than the other, wherever I am, in Indonesia, in China, in France, etc., so that these goals become really each of our goals. And we've therefore decided also to make sure that each of us has one share of Danone. So everyone will become also a co-owner of the company. I'm sharing this because on top of everything we do regularly in our business, reformulating our recipes, lowering sugar, proposing healthier alternatives, working on sustainability, I think these paradigm shifts are very important to walk the talk in a visible manner for the people that work for us and the people that we work with outside of the company. Danone has been a member of CGF since many years, and we try to be an active board member of the movement. We are in particular focused on the health and wellness pillar because this is about our strategy of nudging people into adopting healthier and more sustainable eating and drinking practices. This is really the company focus. So it makes a lot of sense for us to be contributing to the health and wellness pillar. I think for me, the biggest paradigm shift of that pillar at CGF is about the collaboration for healthier lives. This is an initiative where co-sponsors of Walmart and Danone together are serving the rest of the community of companies around the table of CGF to provide a platform where locally, at the local level, at the community level around the world, retailers and manufacturers are partnering to nudge their shoppers, consumers, into these new behaviors. So it happens in a granular way now in more than half a dozen countries and spreading as we speak. And I think this is a paradigm change because it's a very interesting way of matching a global ambition with a day-by-day, consumer-by-consumer, purchasing act by purchasing act change in the behaviors. The Collaboration for Healthier Lives initiative has big ambitions. We would like in 5 years to be present in more than 20 countries. Based on my discussions around this CGF summit, I'm confident that we can probably add at least 5 just based on that week. Whether that's my direct contribution, Danone's contribution, or everyone's energy, I don't know. But I really see my role as being spreading the word about why and how we can drive change through the Collaboration for Healthier Lives initiative. And I do this in a way which is consistent with my profound belief that it's about the relevance of this industry, whether CGF summits in 10 years or in 5 years are going to attract more people, or whether the room will be empty because we are part of being the problem and not the solution. And that's a real choice for each of us. And we cannot say we don't know. I think we know. And the second is that it's aligned with business sense. And what I find very interesting in this initiative, and I'm trying to help with what we do at Danone and the way we also collaborate with the rest of our colleagues here, is to show that there is a business sense. It makes sense from business. We see people moving to healthier baskets. We know that health is driving consumption, so as they move to healthier baskets, it means that you will attract more people into the store and you will change the world into a better place overall. So this business sense, very concretely, I think is one of the things I want to push as a leader in this industry, and we Danone believe this is how changes is being made. Business is there also because it has a social role. Food waste and plastic packaging are very topical, important issues, and for us at Danone, with our One Planet, One Health vision, they're all linked together with the health of the people as well. When it comes to food waste, I would say we are getting our act together. I think we were late in a way, and I'm glad that CGF pushed us to make a commitment by 2020, because it urged us to really look at this in a more strategic manner. And so we are walking our path to the 2020 commitment. When it comes to plastics, I have to say, although we've been working as a company and I think as an industry for a long time on this topic, we were all caught by surprise, to be honest, by how fast the consumer trend, the civil society trend, the governmental trend against plastic has been rising over the last really 12 months. The speed at which it happened, I think for me is a good illustration of my words about the food revolution. It's happening, whether we like it or not. I'm cautiously optimistic about the way we are going about it as an industry, although I have to say that the board discussions that we had a couple of days ago here in Singapore really inspired me in looking at the leadership that many of us have shown in embracing the plastic topic in a bigger topic than a competitive one. I think we realize that pre-competitive attitudes and behaviors, collaboration is essential to drive this topic as an industry. And this is really where CGF can be a very strong enabler, because it provides this collaborative platform that we need from both an energy, an organizational, and also a legal standpoint to make sure that we deal with that with a careful antitrust attitudes. And therefore, you can count on me on pushing for the fact that as CGF, we walk the path, because it's basically now. My little secret is not a secret, by the way, about how I stay healthy is I'm an avid rock climber and mountaineer, and I've been doing this since I was born in the Alps, really. And I guess that keeps me fit, and it also makes the way I eat and drink a very big enabler of my ability to enjoy this passionate activity. And the other thing I would say is that Danone's strategy has been about developing much healthier ranges of products and adopting a healthy portfolio, which means that when I go into business reviews, very often around the world, I enjoy eating and drinking many good things for my health, which I think is a blessing for a CEO like me.